We all know the US is weakening the Endangered Species Act. But did you know Canada barely enforces theirs? If you've seen my videos, you know the US has laws that protect water, air, and land that those in power are trying to get rid of. We know things like the Endangered Species Act protect animals from extinction in the lands and waters they call home. And laws like the roadless rule protect forests by keeping companies from building roads through them to start logging. We also know that rolling back laws like these hurts people by letting companies take what we currently share and pollute without limits. It can be hard to imagine what land here would look like if we lost those laws, but we can see that future if we look to Canada right now. I just visited Fairy Creek on Vancouver Island in Canada, where people have been standing up to clear cutting for years as part of the Fairy Creek blockade. Because Canada doesn't have the level of protection that the US wants to get rid of, it is much more devastating than the clear cutting on public land down here. In fact, the proposed plan for the place we visited is to take all the old growth within it as fast as possible, and the only thing stopping that right now are the folks standing in the way. This is the largest act of civil disobedience in Canadian history, with over 10,000 people showing up in person to protect the watershed and over 1,200 people getting arrested to stop clear cutting in the area. Now don't get me wrong, there's very serious clear cutting happening in the US, especially on private land after public to private land transfers. It's one of the reasons I and so many people have been vocal about stopping the sale of public lands. It's also important to mention that Fairy Creek is on the traditional homelands of the Pacheedaht First Nation, and the land is unceded, meaning they never agreed via treaty to give it to Canada or British Columbia, the province of Canada surrounding the area of Fairy Creek known as BC. That said, there are three reasons why I'm focused on Fairy Creek. First, what we saw shows what it looks like when companies take advantage of a lack of regulation and how governments help them keep regulation away. I feel like that's important for people in both our countries to see. Second, much of the wood from logging here is shipped to the US for non-essential home decor like cedar shakes, and the BC government is now thinking about logging old-growth forest just outside the boundary the blockade got protected 5 years ago. According to the latest report from BC's Ministry of Forests, 57% of the softwood lumber in British Columbia gets exported down here to the US. So if they go through with the plan, the forests I'm showing you in upcoming videos will be clear-cut and have very high odds of being shipped here. Third, the BC government just started a public comment period about it open to international participation, meaning that we and people from any other country can write in and tell them what we think. I'll put out content about this until the end of the comment period, so follow me to learn more. If you want to help already, you can send your comment at the link in my bio. I'll see you tomorrow.